some ideas are better on paper than in implementation. Everybody Mood Juice Magic, and we got a video out of New York where they're displaying one of their newest enforcement device gadgets thingies to try to keep you from parking bad or paying your parking tickets, mother effer, in New York.
All right, let me see. Shot. Don't go. Yeah, just.
I love how they have to like get the cameraman in there like that. I'll watch this one more time. This is silly. Big old suction cups. I should call her.
All right, let me see. Shot. Don't go. Yeah, just.
Anything for the shot, right, fella? All right, folks, what the hell are we looking at? Well, that is the Barnacle. What the hell is the Barnacle? Well, as you can tell, it's a big device with suction cups to try to stop you from driving away. Now, if we go to the Barnacle's website, let's have a look, because I haven't looked at their website yet, and I'm interested into seeing what caused someone to think this was a good idea, because I immediately see some problems, and I'm sure you do too. If you see them, let me know in the comments below and let the timestamp go, so I can see when it occurred to you this wasn't going to go the way they think it's going to go. Let's go to the website, barnacleparking.com. Who uses Barnacle? Let's check that out first. Property managers and HOAs. That's the first problem. The first sign of trouble is who uses Barnacle: property managers and HOAs. As we know from this channel, HOAs are basically Satan's butthole idea that just comes out for people that want to just drive their neighbors crazy. That's what it boils down to. Megalomaniacs who want to tell you how to live your life. Always good that they have it. Parking operators. This makes a little more sense. You own a private garage, people aren't paying the toll or they're parked there too long. You would think have it towed, right? Well, that can be very difficult in some of those spaces, and sometimes it's easier just to debilitate the vehicle. That's it. Municipalities, here we go. Law enforcement. Security at events. Most of this does make sense. It all makes sense. You know, business owners, it's kind of shitty though. And where I live, most businesses don't actually have their own parking lot in most areas where parking enforcement is an issue. The city has timed parking. You have 2-hour spaces. And if the businesses want to start doing that, that would be problematic because it is all public property. That's not the case everywhere. Towing companies. Expand your revenue by complementing your towing service with the Barnacle. Save time and gas through streamlined operation. You too can be a total asshole for no reason and scam people out of money with your tow company. It doesn't just have to be Ace Towing in Florida. It can be any tow company. Corporate campuses. Ensure that your employees are parking where they're supposed to. Oh! As if corporate business life wasn't hard enough, Barnacle. Oh, man. So basically, the people that invented this are assholes. I'm just going to say that right now. How it works. I want to see how this works. We have a video of this fine young man with his douchebag haircut, being a douche, trying to get into his car because he parked illegally, right? Let me guess. That's my guess.
Enforcement just got easier. Parking boots can be hard to use, cause vehicle damage, and can put parking officers in potentially dangerous situations. With Barnacle, we offer an easy process to enforce parking regulations and increase compliance. First, use the Barnacle app and enter the vehicle information and license plate to see how much is owed. Make sure the windshield has no cracks and wipe any dirt off the windshield. Attach the device and set.
Hold on! They don't even have to have a reason to look. They can just put it in their system arbitrarily. They can just go hunting for this. You could be parked totally fine and the cop could just not like the look of you as you get out of your car, or you could piss them off and they can just look at it and go, I wonder if they have unpaid tickets just because I don't like them.
Set it to manager mode. From here, you can use the Enforcer app or key to arm and deploy the device. The suction cups will attach to the windshield, thus arming the Barnacle. Once motorists discover their vehicle has been barnacled, they will be able to scan the QR code or go to the site. The motorist will then enter the information, pay their fee, and receive a release code.
So you
Once
think that's what's gonna
entered, the
happen.
barnacle device will detach. From there, motorists can take the device with them and return it to the nearest
never
drop
gonna
box.
happen.
With Barnacle, the bright future of parking compliance is here.
That is some wishful ass thinking, Barnacle. I love that you think so highly of other people. First of all, fuck you. They're not going to do that. Barnacle, I can tell you, you're about to lose a lot of money implementing this. Well, actually, you won't lose any. The company that buys it from you will. No one is putting this shit in a lockbox. They're going to get pissed off if they go through the trouble of paying the fine, because most likely they won't. This is held on by suction cup, folks. I'm not saying I'm a really great engineer, but I have a background in some engineering. You can easily remove that from your windshield. I'm sorry, that's not going to stay there long. That's if you even bother to take it off your windshield. There's nothing stopping a person from rolling their window down, sticking their head out, and just saying, fuck this, I don't care. Because they already don't care, or they wouldn't have piled up that many violations, right? The other part of it is, if I pay for that, and I'm pissed off about it, and I don't think it should be there, to piss off Barnacle, that thing's going in the water. And I will say I put it in a drop box, and they cannot prove I did not. And that's arguable in court, because the burden of proof is on the accuser. So they have just not done themselves a favor. They've done the city no favors, because now the city's like, well, what happened to all these barnacles? And then how many people do you think are just going to throw them in their trunk and fucking forget about them for 10 days to a year? Until this technology's, New York goes, oh, we'll go back to the boot, because the boot's something everyone knows, and you can't drive off with it because you would damage your vehicle directly. Whereas the barnacle, you can just hypothetically stick your head out the window, and people are stupid enough to do that. To clarify, I have seen people that did not defrost their window enough just drive like they're a dog out the window until their defroster worked, because they don't realize when they roll their window down it's not defrosting their car, but they're in a hurry to get where they're going because they're more important than everywhere else. Let's look at this some more. There are some facts. Let's see if they've covered any of my concerns. How much does a barnacle cost? $250 a month. You don't even get to buy this. Your city doesn't get to buy this. For each barnacle, they have to pay $250 a month. That's New York allocating money, as well as New York always allocates taxpayer money, which is not freaking great. Isn't there enough problems with New York? How much does the barnacle weigh? 17 pounds soaking wet. Well, I mean, it's going to be 17 pounds a lot, because there's rivers in New York, and as soon as those things get taken off, that's where that fucker's going. I'm waiting for videos. I'm waiting for the trend, the video trend, and I want you guys to tag me in it if it starts. I'm not suggesting you do this because that would be bad. Don't do this. I just know how the human brain works. If you're going to do this anyway, make sure you tag me in it so I can watch the video of you tossing the fucking thing in the river, because I want to say I told you so. Now, don't do that. I'm not inspiring you to do that, to clarify. But when it happens, because you know you're going to do it if you're going to do it. Realistically, you know if you're the type of person that's going to do this. You're the same kind of person that puts traffic tickets in their glove box and fucking forgets about it. Can the barnacle be defeated by turning on the defroster? No. No, that's silly. Throughout the deployment, the device's smart technology constantly auto-adjusts to the ideal level of suction to any climate. You know what it doesn't stop? A piece of metal from sliding under it from 3 sides and popping the damn suction cup off. And then you just put some dish soap under it. It's that simple, guys. It's a fucking suction cup. This isn't new technology. You can't even get a high-end suction cup thing to stick on the wall of your shower for too long. If you move it wrong, it can be there for 10 years. You move it wrong, it's just going to fall off and never stick back in the same spot. Too many things can go wrong with it. Can the barnacle be defeated by the turn of the defroster? So no, they say no. Will the barnacle crack the motorist windshield? Nope. The barnacle's been tested by American Glass Research. Now, if you've done any construction or moved any glass panels, you know that suction cups are very helpful when they do work. We have these suction tools. I have some myself. You stick them to the panel, and you can carry the panel like it has handles now. It makes it much more easier and safer to transport the glass. That said, that doesn't always work. Sometimes those things fail. It's very seldom, but they do. But you're talking about a super light material. You're not talking about something that is attached to someone's windshield that people can drive by and try to pull on just because they think they're being helpful, or that they try to hit with a hammer, or any other matter of things. If you hit anything on a windshield with a hammer, you're going to crack the windshield. So I guess it's an irrelevant argument. So no, I'm not worried about it cracking the windshield. That said, it's not exactly hard to get rid of. guarantee it. How long does a battery last? The Barnacle battery lasts 7 days if not deployed, and 5 days when deployed. Wait 5 days, move your car. Drive, park your car for 5 days, turn your defroster on, watch it slide right off. I mean, come on, man. Can the writing and messaging on the device be customized for me? Yes, your entity name, phone, and other details will be on the device, not ours, even though it belongs to Barnacle. So Barnacle will be losing money until they fee them. They're going to charge, I guarantee that $250 charge doesn't include the charge that they're going to charge you every time someone throws away the stupid fucking device that you're paying monthly for. Can a motorist drive with the Barnacle on the windshield? An Ace Ventura wannabe could always try. Oh, look, we thought of it. What are the dumbasses who come up with this? Yes, of course they're going to try. Everyone that has this on their windshield is going to think they're Ace Ventura, you retards. But they won't make it far with tamper alarms blaring when their vehicle's moving. Plus, GPS tracking will lead you right to them. Dog, you're in big city traffic. It doesn't matter. The last thing the cops care about is your GPS tracker. And once they move it to a place where they can pull that fucker off their windshield, they're going to. It's suction cups. Suction cups. I know they're trying to make it sound like they've thought it covered all the things here, but they haven't really. No one cares. You're blaring alarms in New York City, dude, which is where that first video was at. Yeah, I could see maybe going through a restaurant, leaving a restaurant or something in a small town. It might give some pause. But if you're in a big city where this is the only place this is actually going to be deployed is in a large city, it's not going to do much for you. It's not going to turn too many heads. People in New York, for instance, just this last 2 weeks, no, Christmas Eve, last week, watched a woman lit on fire. Well, not Christmas Eve. That was Christmas Eve. That was like right before, right? No, that might have been Christmas Eve. Anyway, it was last week. A woman was just lit on fire. And people just stood there and watched and walked by and recorded it. So yeah, no one gives a shit about your Barnacle device. Barnacle. What if a motorist doesn't return the Barnacle device? When the drivers pay their fines online or via the automated payment line, they also put down a deposit for the device. Okay, so now no one's going to pay it because you put this in the fax. They're just going to pop that fucker off their car. Motorists will only receive a refund on their deposit if they return the Barnacle to a drop box within 24 hours. Drop box locations are provided after payment. Now, here's the thing. So they provide the drop box location after payment. Who's to prove that the motorist didn't take it off and someone broke into their car and stole it? They lose their deposit on it, and then Barnacle gets sued, or they just do a refusal to pay. They go to court for it and say, no, I'm not paying this because I had this. Someone stole it out of my car. It's not my fault. This was put on my car. I don't know why it was put on my car. I didn't have tickets. What are they going to do? Then they're going to fight it, go through arbitration. You can fight it. And what if they put it on the wrong car? What if you put it on the wrong car? What happens when inadvertently somebody is going to put this on the wrong car? It happens with boots. It can happen with this device. What if the motorist doesn't have enough credit left on their credit card to pay the fine and deposit? The card will be declined. They'll need to call the number on the device to have it removed. Or you just remove it yourself, which is not going to be that hard to do. Bring me one. I will try it out myself, Barnacle. I will record it, and I will show you how difficult it is to take it off your windshield. It's suction cups. It might be tough at first. I'll figure it out within an hour. That's giving myself the most unrealistic terms. Like, legitimately. Anyway, what do you guys think of this Barnacle? Is this a great thing? Pricing! Simple pricing! $250 per Barnacle per month. Annual pricing is available. You determine the fine amount and keep 100% of what you collect. Local ordinance may apply. Man, this is great. This is funny. This is I don't even know what to say, man. This is a silly thing. I mean, it's an idea. It's definitely an idea. It's a decently well thought idea. The fact that they have to lower down the Ace Ventura thing, which is 100% of what's going to happen 99% of the time, if people don't just jimmy this thing off their window, which they probably will. I mean, there's going to be a lot of lost Barnacles. And people, dude, if people have racked up that much in fines and they remove your stupid device, they don't care. They don't care about sticking their head out the windshield. They don't care about taking your device and throwing it in the drink. They don't care. And what's going to happen is Barnacle's going to find the city. the money, the monthly charge. They're going to charge them some obscene amount for each device that gets lost, and they're going to make a killing that way before they go out of business. That's what's going to happen. They have a blog. They have a blog. Barnacle goes viral. Okay, read more. How we hit 10 million plus with TikTok views. This is a TikTok idea! Okay, it's failed. It's going to fail. A viral momentum or nothing, man. Why this matters. What's next? What's their next step? The success of our TikTok journey is just the beginning. This hasn't even been employed except for just starting in New York. With more videos in the works and an audience hungry for content, meaning idiots, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Who knows? Maybe the next viral hit is already in our drafts. They're a viral marketing company coming up with bullshit ideas. This is... Okay. Shim versus a barnacle. Yeah, okay, listen, man. I want to clarify something. A shim versus a suction cup is not going to win. You have to break X amount of the suction space open. And they're going to try to say this guy can't do this. Okay, wood shim. Yeah, I can see why that wouldn't. Okay, here's the thing. You know what they're not doing to this device right now with this rubber sleeve? I'm going to mute that, though. I want to watch how they try to do this. Because this is the manufacturer doing this. He's putting absolutely no effort into trying to do that at all. Metal bends. They're going to use bendy metal, right? Trigger the alarm. I'm going to pull the alarm. I don't care. I don't care if the alarm goes off. It's coming off my car. I don't care if an alarm goes off. Also, you see that little speaker area here? Because that's what this is, I think, is a speaker. If that's where the alarm's coming out of, that's super easy to defeat. I'm not going to tell you how, because I'm not trying to give you guys any ideas. But, yeah, I could just... no, I'm not going to pay that. You're silly. That's getting removed from my car and tossed into the lake. 100%. You barnacle my car, you're never seeing your barnacle again, and I'm not paying your fines. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. That's a stupid device. It's a great idea on paper, but in practicality, it's ridiculous. They did come up with some really cool ideas. I will give them that. So if you guys are for Barnacle and you waited to the end, don't get me wrong. I do think your idea is good. You're onto something. I can see a lot of fails here. And I know you're an engineer or you're a designer, so you're going to have really big problems with that. I'm not going to say what they are right now. The reason being is because I don't want to be the reason that you don't have any more of your devices directly. But realistically, dude, one semi-cognizant crackhead with one good hit could remove that thing from... I don't mean hit it off the car. I mean one freebase could take that right off within 5 minutes. Or they won't care and you'll just be missing a windshield. By the way, not related, I'm rolling out my new line of windshield-free cars next week. Oh, and suction-proof spray for windshields is going to be the next thing you see, which will cause wrecks because people don't understand that to have a suction-proofing, usually if it's a liquid, if it's not the actual material itself, if it's a liquid, it would cause your windshield not to be, translucent enough for you to see, transparent enough for you to see through. So don't do that. But yeah, if you soap your tools properly. Anyway, moving on. That was the Barnacle. That's coming to New York now, I guess. So good luck with that. But really, though, pay your fines. You don't have to be that guy that doesn't pay their traffic fines. The Barnacle, what do you think? Good idea, bad idea? Let me know in the comments below. Barnacle, I know I dogged on you a little bit here, but I know you're just trying to make money. It's a good idea. It really is a good idea on paper. Practicality, I don't see it going well for the people that buy it or that rent it from you. I'm not saying not for you. I'm sure you'll make a killing. You've already got in with New York, so you're making money from that, I'm sure. Hopefully you don't charge them too much when all their civilians start throwing those damn things away, because they don't care about paying their arbitrary ass fees and your fees on top of it. Anyway, I'm Mood Juice Magic. I love you in the face. And if you've been the victim of, if you've been barnacled, if you had a barnacle in your car, realistically, let's be real, you're not the victim. You probably did something wrong. But if you've been barnacled, let me know how it was for you. Was it everything you dreamed of? Okay, I'm gonna throw up now.